What if I told you that success doesn't come from massive breakthroughs, but from tiny decisions you barely notice? Most people think change looks dramatic, but in reality, it's almost invisible until suddenly everything is changed. That's the core idea of Atomic Habits by James Clear. Tiny habits repeated daily compound into remarkable results. And to understand why that works, here's what we'll cover in the next minutes. I'll show you why habits are more powerful than goals, how habits actually shape your identity, and the simple system that makes habits stick without relying on motivation. So the big idea of the book is that tiny habits compound. James Clear uses the idea of 1% improvement. If you get 1% better every day for a year, you don't end up 365% better. You end up being 37 times better than you were. And the reverse is also true. Small negative habits compound just as powerfully, just in the wrong direction. That's why habits matter more than intensity. What you do occasionally doesn't change your life. What you do consistently does, which naturally leads me to the next idea, that goals don't change your behavior. Systems do. Most people focus on goals, like I want to lose 10 pounds, I want to grow my business, I want to become more confident, and I want to become better at selling myself. But goals are just outcomes. Systems are what actually drives progress. James Clear says this thing in the book I just love is that winners and losers have the same goals. The difference is the system they follow every day. So if you want different results, don't obsess over the goal. Build a better system. A side note before we continue. If you're an entrepreneur who understands these ideas but struggles to apply them consistently, I am currently offering a free private consultation. We'll look at your habits that are currently running your business, and we're going to identify what needs to shift and the system you need to build to make progress easier. You'll find the info in the description below. Now let's come back to the most important idea in the book, the identity layer. The real power of habits is that they shape your identity. Your habits don't just change what you do, they change who you believe you are. Love this sentence from the book. Every action is a vote for the type of person you're becoming. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. That's so brilliantly said from James Clear. Instead of saying, I want to be productive, shift to, I am the kind of person who shows up consistently. Instead of saying, I want to read 4 books this month or this year, shift to, I want to become a reader. Lasting change happens when habits become part of your identity. So now let's talk about the habit loop and how habits actually form. Every habit follows the same 4-step loop. Cue, so something triggers your behavior. For example, you open the fridge and you find a cupcake there looking at you. 2, craving. You want a change in your state. You want to feel better maybe. 3, response. It's the action you take. You take the cupcake and you eat it. 4, reward. Your brain learns if it's worth repeating. Okay, so that's the 4th step of the habit loop. But now, to build better habit, James Clear gives us 4 laws. First law, make it obvious. So design your environment so the habit is hard to miss. Want to read more? Leave the book on your pillow. Law number 2, make it attractive. So you can pair the habit with something you enjoy. Your brain follows pleasure. Law number 3, make it easy. Lower the friction. Start ridiculously small. Remember, 2 minutes matter. Law number 4, make it satisfying. Celebrate the wins, especially at the beginning. Your brain needs proof that this habit works. The reasons why the 4 laws work beautifully is because they change your environment. So good habits become the default. They reduce the friction to get started or to do the thing. They make the right choice easier and the wrong behavior harder. And that's exactly why habits stick. And also why motivation isn't the solution. Anyway, motivation is unreliable. Environment beats willpower every time. Okay, now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why most people quit too early. When it comes to habits, at first it feels like they're not working. Progress is delayed. You're putting in the effort, but you don't see the results. James Clear calls this the plateau of latent potential. Most people quit right before the breakthrough, 2 feet from gold. Success isn't linear, it's quiet, it's boring, it's hard. And then suddenly, it's obvious. You have to trust that if you stay consistent long enough, the results will catch up. The takeaway here is that you don't need more motivation. You don't need a perfect plan. What you need is to start today with small habits, repeat it daily, and you will align yourself with the person you want to become. Habits are not about achieving something. They're about who you are becoming, and the rest will follow. If this video resonated and you feel like your habits aren't working yet, you may be in the plateau of latent potential. To go deeper with this concept, watch the next video right here. Thank you.